Good afternoon, welcome to Colston River Retreat. Today we're going to mill this red oak log into a bench. For our creek sitting area, we're going to have a bottom that's kind of a live edge, and then a back that live edge-ish that'll be kind of thicker. And so we're going to go and mill that up. This log has some pieces that kind of run off in a direction that's not very helpful, very tough to mill. So we're going to go and cut it off here at about 7 foot, and that should give us at least enough that we can mill it and cut it appropriately. So today we're going to use our Stihl 500i chainsaw to cut this off, a great saw, and then we're going to mill it on our Hudson Patriot mill. And I have a custom track that I made so I could cut longer lengths than what came with it. And of course we're using our Mini X to move everything around because we're not strong enough to do it by hand. All right, so we started out with a little bit of frustration there trying to get the log positioned. You guys can see the reality of how tough that is to get it set up and get it rolling. In the end, we ended up with this live edge-ish, about 6" by 13" that'll be the bottom of the bench. I've got a 3" by 13" that'll most likely be the back. And then I cut the last bit into 2" slabs. So 2" by 13", most likely going to use those as the back supports, or at least part of it, and then not sure about the rest of it. Maybe make another bench. And all this is going to go to that creek sitting area that we'll do a video when we start building it. But I wanted to get it cut so it could start drying. Hopefully dry flat, and then we can go from there. All right. All right, so we're taking some of the cutoffs that we got from the log that we cut the other day, the red oak, so we can stack them up. So we took about 1 inch, 1.25 inch pieces that we couldn't make into 2x4 or 2x material, and cut them off to 50 inches, and then cut them at 1 inch pieces on the DeWalt job side table saw, so we can make stickers from the same material that we're drying. So how many did we get? 20? We got 20 stickers out of those 2 pieces, which we cut into 4 pieces. And then got them cut up in a few minutes. Let's go stack some logs. So we're at our wood drying station. We got the 2x8s that we cut the other day from the first log that have been drying here. This is from another red oak log, a little bit longer than the other one I had. I think this is probably about 10 feet. Yeah, about 10.6. And so we're going to stack it on here with those new stickers that we got, and get it drying. So let's get this unbuckled. Well, why don't you grab the blower then? And I've taught you how to do these straps multiple times, you know. Blow off the current stack first. Current stack. Huh? So pretty. You said pretty? Mm-hmm. All right. Blow this off. They ought to be perfect. So we're gonna blow them off again. All right, let's stack them. Stack them, yakums. Let's roll it. We got 34 2x8 material, and I got 3 2x6 material. So that ought to be enough to build a deck out of it. So once it's dried a little bit, we'll come back with that.